This is Persephone.
I love you so much, Persephone. You hold me on such a high pedestal that I don't deserve. So many people don't understand what happened between us was romantic. Not just me kidnapping you. I loved you from the moment I met you on Mount Olympus. You were so gorgeous, I could barely breathe. It was like we were the only two in the room. I loved you at first sight. I still love you, even more than when we first met. You reached.
My heart swelled as I listened to your last voicemail. It was beautiful. You never told me about your feelings when you met me. I'm so glad that you found me so captivating, because even though it wasn't the exact same feeling for myself, I did find you intriguing. That's the reason I accepted your invitation to the underworld in the first place. I was terrified because I didn't know what to expect, but I was also excited. I'm so glad that I took the risk. I love you.
Untold Odysseys, Voices of Separation. Episode 7, Would You Be So Kind?
This is Persephone.
I'm glad you took the risk, too. I still wonder if I was wrong for offering you those pomegranate seeds. Everyone makes it seem that I forced you to take them down your throat so that you can never leave me. I did have malintentions, but I couldn't let you leave and never come back. Your mother hated the first time you came down, and she would never have let you come again. I'm glad you fell in love with me. I love you too. You reached.
I don't know if I ever told you, but I always knew the truth about eating food in your domain. I knew what I was doing when I chewed away at the pomegranate seeds. I purposely ate as many as my body could handle because I wanted to escape my mom. Is there a better excuse for being a ditz and not knowing the rules of the underworld? I was hoping that you'd get to keep me all year round, and my mother threw a fit, and here we are. I always knew what would happen. I just expected a different outcome. I've loved you since my first day in the underworld, and I got to see who you were. You're sweet and caring and take your job very seriously. I love you. I loved you then, and I love you more now. This is Persephone.
I did not know this. For centuries I felt guilty for making you stay. But in reality, it was your choice. I knew you'd love me eventually, but I didn't know it was so soon. I am glad I offered you your escape. Even if it is for only a few months of the year, I enjoy having you here with me. You make life living as a god worth it. You even gave me the most beautiful 2 children. I don't blame you for their father being Zeus, since Zeus has to have his say in everything. I love them all the same. I love you, my pomegranate queen. Don't ever change. You reached.
Remember when I first met Cerberus? He was just a little pup and he was so adorable. He slobbered all over my dress and could hardly contain himself. You were so embarrassed and I could not stop giggling. I love that little pup, even if he isn't so little. Oh, do you remember our first real date? You had us ride down the river Styx while we picnicked, and then you took me to the pomegranate farms where we picked pomegranates. It was so fun. I love reminiscing with you. This is Persephone.
I do remember all of that. My favorite date of ours is when we went to the pyramids and climbed to the top. Ra was not a fan of us that night. But the night sky was so beautiful away from all the lights. They were almost as beautiful as you. I've always held that memory dearly in my cold, dead heart. I love you so much. You reached.
You don't have a cold, dead heart. You're as warm as the sun's rays. I love that memory too, and I'm so glad that I have it with you. I remember Ra chased us off the pyramid and told us to never come back. We should see if we can get away with going back. I love you so much, Hades. You're my favorite.
Thank you for listening to Voices of Separation, a Theater of the Mind company production. If you have just tuned in or wish to listen to more from Theater of the Mind, go to our website at theaterofthemindcompany.webs.com, theater spelled Theatre, to check out our current shows and all our past shows. Until the next call, we bid you goodbye.